Spongebob has been on for so many years, but it's interesting to check out all the episodes and scenes that never ended up happening. There's a limited amount of time to each episode, and some stuff is cut to keep it to the normal 11 minutes. In other cases, the SpongeBob crew just decides to go in a different direction than their original ideas because they think of something better. I won't be able to go over every single SpongeBob deleted scene, but I'll go over a few and possibly make a part 2 if you want to see it. It's probably best to just get the most obvious deleted scene out of the way first. The classic episode Just One Bite featured Squidward trying a Krabby Patty and then really loving it, but he must hide this secret. Eventually, he ends up going to the Krusty Krab late at night when nobody is around so he can taste the delicious patty. This deleted scene begins with him entering, and then there's a bucket filled with gas. A mechanical hand drops a match and Squidward blows up, then the entire thing happens once again as Squidward yells. Why exactly was this scene deleted, you may ask? Even though the reason for this removal was never officially explained by Nickelodeon, it's pretty obvious when you take a look at the date Just One Bite aired. It was October of 2001, where the devastating event of 9/11 happened just 1 month earlier. Perhaps Nick thought it was offensive to air this scene involving explosions right after such a horrible terrorist attack. Now obviously Just One Bite wasn't referencing that because it takes a very long time, more than 10 months, to make an episode. Still, it does make sense that Nickelodeon wanted to keep it safe and just ban the scene entirely, since they could have gotten a lot of angry backlash if they didn't.
Hey, this isn't water. This is gas.
The very first episode where Plankton was introduced actually had a deleted scene, and this was back in season 1 when the crew was still experimenting with everything. There was apparently a cut scene where Squidward was naked, and it was no longer put in because of nudity. This is still weird because Squidward does show up without any clothes at various points throughout the show, so maybe it was just a very early episode kind of thing. There's a cool deleted scene from the first SpongeBob movie where our two main heroes step up to the surface and then run into Sandy. It definitely had potential to be hilarious if it was put into the final movie, but maybe it would have just added a brief storyline that had no plan of being continued. The fact that so many people just saw SpongeBob and Patrick on dry land would probably make someone question their existence, which would lead to a whole other story deviating from the original Crown stuff.
Sorry, Sandy, you look so, different.
What are y'all doing up here on dry land? No time to explain, Sandy. We gotta get back to Bikini Bottom in a hurry. It's an emergency. Y'all can catch the 11:42 bus down at the beach. I'd go with you, but I'm having an adventure of my own.
We've located the squirrel. We're moving in to apprehend.
Nuts! Take cover, boys. This could get messy.
Acorn bombardment. Send backup.
Either way, I wish they actually included this because it's pretty funny. And while we're talking about SpongeBob movies, there are a decent amount of deleted scenes in Sponge Out of Water. There's one scene that has Slash playing the guitar in the real world, and then the gang walks around in his guitar case.
Told you. We better give him a minute. Uh-oh. Looks like he's taking off his clothes again.
He says it helps him feel closer to the money.
This doesn't add much to the plot and is just there for filler, so cutting it isn't much of a surprise. There's another deleted scene that was never fully animated, but it involves Mr. Krabs trying to pass off some disgusting stuff as a Krabby Patty and feeding all the hungry people. You know, this probably wouldn't have been too bad if it was included in the final movie, especially because it reminds me of the amazing Nasty Patty plot. One of the best deleted scenes from Sponge Out of Water is a complete song that was animated and actually looks really nice. It's called Thank Gosh It's Monday, and taking a look at it for a few seconds, you'll know what it's about. The entire song is SpongeBob getting ready in the morning, while also being excited about the start of the week. This lasted a few minutes, so it would have filled up some nice screen time, but maybe it really wasn't necessary in the movie. I mean, it was kinda cliche and predictable because so many movies just start out with that classic morning routine song, and it does get repetitive. Maybe it would have worked better as a much shorter version so we could just move on to the plot, but I guess the SpongeBob crew thought it would be better to just not include the song at all. Also, Thank Gosh It's Monday isn't that catchy, and it would be pretty forgettable by the time you stop watching it in the theater. Lastly, I want to go over a potential deleted scene that may or may not be real. The Nightmare episode I Was a Teenage Gary had our favorite sponge transform into a snail, but there has always been a rumor that a deleted scene involves Squidward transforming into a snail as well. Unfortunately, there has not been a real source to this claim, and we've never seen the Squidward transformation online, so it may never have even existed in the first place. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.